Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of the Euro Cooking Canuck. On today's segment of Memories of Malta, I'm going to be using an ingredient that I've used twice before. That's QLUB. Now it's artichoke. Now before I did a soup and I showed you how to stuff the hearts. If you want to check those videos out, please do. I will put a link in the description box below. Now today we're going to be doing something completely different, obviously. We're going to be doing QLUB TAL-QAQOCC BIL FUL FIL-FORN. It's a mouthful. What that simply means is artichoke hearts and ful, which is beans, baked in the oven. I'll be right back and show you all the ingredients we're going to need to make this amazing dish. Now guys, you can take this to a picnic in the summer, or it would be as a lovely side at Christmas dinner, or simply just eat it as a meal because it will be quite filling. Alright guys, sit right back, relax, let's get cooking. Welcome to the kitchen countertop, guys. All right, so I have all the ingredients that we're going to need to make this dish. However, you can't see them all. Right in here, what I have is a large can of quartered artichokes. Now you can use frozen, you can use canned, you can use them whole, or you can cut them up as I just think they're easier to eat when they're cut up, okay? So I got the quartered ones. Now put them in your casserole dish with the liquid that comes in and all. If you're buying the frozen, add some water and then some lemon juice. Speaking of which, you will need some lemons. You're also going to need some olive oil, which I forgot to bring out, but you're going to need that. You will need some garlic. You will need some Italian herb, mixed herb, and some onion powder. Okay, some salt, freshly ground pepper to taste. You're going to need your favorite grated cheese. This is a cefalotore. You can use Parmesan, Parmesan Reggiano. It's up to you. Here in Malta, we call it jawbone tail-hock. You also need another type of cheese because I just think that alone is too salty. You can use pecorino, cheddar even. What I have here is a nice block of Edam because it does melt quite nice. Right. Here are the ful, the beans. They're basically broad beans, guys. And the first thing we're going to do is just pop these in a pot and boil them, skins and all, for a little while. And then they'll slip out of the pods. And if there's any tough skin, I will remove them. Now, if I have quite a bit. If you make too much, don't worry about it. You can put them in salads. You can eat them as is, drizzled with olive oil, salt, and pepper. They're really good. Just eat them like you would edamame, even. Just pop them in your mouth. Now you're also going to need some breadcrumbs. What I have here is a loaf of Maltese bread, which I'm going to make my own breadcrumbs. I just think it's much nicer, but please go ahead and use store-bought ready prepared crumbs, even the ones that come already with the Italian seasoning. So that's a good tip to skip on a step. All right, guys, these are all the ingredients we're going to need. I'm going to put these in the pot to boil, and I'll be back in just... All right, everyone. So I've gone ahead, and I boiled my broad beans. They slipped out of the pods really easy, and then the skins slipped out. The beans slipped out of the skins really, really simple. All those pods only made this many beans. I know it looked like a lot, but it's very deceiving. So now that we're going to assemble, what I've gone ahead and done now is I've drained the water from my artichokes. They were only in there to keep them not from turning brown. And like I said, if you're using the frozen type, put some water in here with lemon juice so they don't turn brown. But now we're going to assemble. I've emptied it out, and what I've done is I've greased, lightly oiled my casserole dish. So what I'm going to do now is go ahead and pop in my broad beans. Oh, it's lovely. All this healthiness and green. And we're going to go ahead and add cheese. Don't worry. Right, you need your calcium as well. All right, so just give that a little bit of a zhuzh. Okay, that's done. So just for now, oh, and don't forget, just lightly sprinkle it with some salt and black pepper because we're going to be adding that into our breadcrumbs anyway. All right. just flavor. And crushed black pepper. There we go. Lovely. All right. So just set this aside for a moment. Now, what I've gone ahead and done is with my hand blender, I've made breadcrumbs and I let them sit out a bit just to dry out. And I like the fact when you make your own because you can get different sizes, all right? And they're lovely. So we're gonna add some stuff to our breadcrumbs. So obviously we need some salt. Okay, some pepper again. And guys, do what you like, however you like to season your breadcrumbs. Be Italian spice, mixed spice, and onion powder. There was one thing I forgot to mention to you guys earlier, and that was parsley. So go ahead and chop up some parsley as well, which I've gone ahead and done here. Now, if you don't like parsley, omit it. Same thing with the beans. If you don't like the beans, don't put them in. Just omit it. So parsley, and I've chopped finally about, I think it was 5 garlic cloves. So they're going to go in there, right? And then, don't forget, our lovely cheese. So, what I have here is the cheese that I grated and the dried cheese, okay? So, and I know it looks like a lot, because it is. So carefully add that mixture in. This Edam is, gorgeous. Of course I had to sample it, duh. Now in this bowl here, I have just a little over a quarter cup of olive oil with the zest of 1 lemon. And then I have the juice of 2 lemons here. I'm gonna try and have a couple of seeds in there. I don't want to pass through. Perfect. So you're going to add the lemon juice as well. You're going to give this a stir and just set that aside for a moment while you mix up your breadcrumb mixture. Just be gentle with it, take your time. Now with the breadcrumbs, guys, what I did was I put them in a deep pot. Like I ripped up the bread, put them in a deep pot with some in the deep pot with my hand blender. Sorry, my phone is going. I'll have to get that later. Right. So all that's mixed up now. It looks great. And it smells even better, believe me. It's going to taste awesome. Now guys, if you wanted to really stretch this, you could add some bacon into this, or ham. It's completely up to you. Right. So now that's been mixed together. We have our artichoke. And what we're going to do is we're going to liberally place this on top. There's no need to really push it down. I mean, unless you need to get into corners or whatnot. Isn't it looking lovely? Oop, don't want to waste anything. Like I said earlier, you can use this as a side for your Thanksgiving or your Christmas dinner. It would be lovely with roast turkey, roast chicken, even steak. So put your layer of breadcrumb mixture on top. There we go. There's a lot here, guys, but that's okay. You can pile it up. Like I said, this is a filling meal. If you wanted, which I'm going to do tonight, this is like my main. This is all I'm going to have. All right, guys, that's in. You see, I'm not really pushing it hard. I don't want to pack it, but I'm just making sure everything is in place. Because what we're going to do now is drizzle this mixture that we have over it. So just make sure you don't have to be perfect. And this will also condense it a lot. Right, so we're done. Now what you're going to do is you're going to cover this with some tin foil, and you're going to bake it at about 350 in the oven for about 20 minutes or so. Excuse me. And then what you're going to do is you're going to crank the heat up to 375. Take the tin foil off in the last 5 or 10 minutes of cooking to get it all brown and toasty on the top. All right, guys, that's it. I'll be back and show you when she comes out of the oven. You guys, wow. This smells beeping good. Oh my God. Imagine artichoke, toast, cheese, spices. I can't even talk. It smells so good. Guys, what you want to do, because this is like lava right now, it's piping hot. So what you want to do is you want to let this cool down a little bit before you cut into it. I'm tempted right now, but patience. Patience. All right, guys. I'll be right back and show you a portion. Hey friends, while I wait for my artichoke bake to cool down, I just wanted to come back real quick to mention one thing. I did say to cover this in tin foil. Now, if you are going to cover this in tin foil, please make sure you add parchment paper first, because tin foil is acidic, especially when there's something acidic in here like the lemon juice. So as a matter of fact, I didn't even wrap this in tin foil. I just placed the parchment paper over it, and I just tucked the parchment paper edges underneath the casserole while it was cooking, and then in the last 5 minutes took it off. So guys, I don't want to make you sick. I don't want this recipe to taste horrible. Please do not put tin foil directly on the food. Place some parchment paper. All right. It's crispy. It's good. I will be right back, and I'm going to show you a portion. All right, folks. This is probably still really hot, but the smell is just enticing me way too much. Now guys, don't expect this to come out like a casserole, like in one slice piece, like thick. It's more like, think of it like stuffing or something like that. All right, so let's cut into this. Oh, you can hear that crunchy. Oh, hear that crunch? Oh boy. And we greased our sides, so it's gonna come out fairly easy. I have a plate here ready to receive. Oh, look at that. It's actually coming out in a nice big piece. Wow. It's still steaming. Lost a bean, but oh well. Oh. smell. It's hot. Have some extra artichoke here. That's good. Let me show you that. Set this aside. Alright. Guys, you need to try this. It is beautiful. It's really healthy for you too. I know there's a lot of cheese in here, but you know what? You're not going to eat the whole thing here. So, anyway, it's really healthy for you guys. The artichokes are already cooked. The beans, when you put them in, are already cooked. All you're really doing is crisping up the top. So it's a simple recipe. It doesn't take long to make, and it really goes a long way. Like I said, you can make this as your main and have a salad as a side, which I'm going to do tonight, or you can make this your side for your next event, a picnic, barbecue, Christmas, Thanksgiving, Easter would be lovely. Guys, try it. I'm going to love you and leave you because I want to eat. And I'll see you next time on Memories of Malta. Thanks for watching. Please hit like, please subscribe, and please comment below. All right, ciao for now. You guys, I can't stop eating this.